Every time. Less juice.
So I didn't think that this argument would actually be timely or important, but Reed posted in the Discord that they're doing a prisoner toy line right now on Kickstarter.
Huh.
Like right now.
Like this
Like right now.
Like fucking now, including a Rover edition, and he got him in his pants. We have no affiliation with this project. I just didn't know it existed, and now I do, and now I need it. And it's like classic style toys, so they look like the little blister box. It's like a little Kenner figure. It's so fucking cool. All right, anyway, moving on. Welcome to ExacerDebaters.
Hello.
Where we yell and fight and punch and kick and gnaw and claw and stab and otherwise maim.
I didn't know we were fighting.
Verbally.
Yeah. Verbal barbs at each other.
Okay.
So we're gonna fight about today's theme is the prisoner, and for each round there will be a straw poll in the chat, so you can vote for your favorite argument. But let's be honest, you just vote for your favorite people, usually. Usually.
That is.
And Oh, and 33 days to go for that particular prisoner Kickstarter backy thing. It's very expensive to go all in. I was about to, and then I was like, I can't. I'm gonna buy one.
You were saying that they have some cool stretch goals, right?
Well, they have like one.
Okay.
But it's cool because it's a little base. It's a little penny farthing base that you plug his little feet into, and he'll stand up.
Oh.
Anyway, this is really just cool to me and like 3 other people, but I'm very excited about it.
Well, since you are the resident knowledge expert of the prisoner, can you give a little backstory for the people in chat who have no idea what the prisoner is?
Y'all had 2 weeks to catch up. You could have watched the whole fucking show by now, but sure, sure, why not? So the prisoner is it's kind of it's like if there was like a British who am I thinking of? It's almost like if like a very British David Lynch tried to make a TV show. Just to give you the vibe, right? And the main idea is that it's not quite as weird as like Twin Peaks, but the idea is the main character is a secret agent who retires. They give you the synopsis basically in the opening credits. So if you have time, feel free to go to YouTube, watch the opening credits. It tells you everything up until what you need to know starting the show. And basically, so he aggressively retires, he yells at his boss, he stomps out, he leaves, and then he gets gassed, and he wakes up in the village. And in the village, there are a bunch of other people who are here not of their own volition. Some of them work for number 2, and all number 2s work for number 1. So you see, the prisoner, who is assigned number 6, though he is not a number, he is a free man! So he's assigned number 6, and he's constantly trying to escape the village, because
it's very difficult.
Yeah, they want to squeeze him for information, and he doesn't want to give them any information because it's another fucking business.
Doesn't want to be squeezed.
And so the village is super kind of creepy and weird, but also adorable and very charming, and they've got like their own little sayings, like the "be seeing you," and they've got a robot named Rover who keeps them there. So if you try to escape or if you're out of line, this big giant white weather balloon robot will jump on your face like the Blob, and like struggling in it, and then you're like unconscious until they bring you back.
You get got.
Yeah, and like there's booby traps everywhere. Every friend you make is really just like an enemy in disguise. It's super like Cloak and Dagger, spy versus spy, but real fucking weird. The Simpsons made fun
British, of it. Very weird.
Very weird British. The Simpsons made fun of it with a treehouse of horror called the Island. There's like a koala who like gassed the family. Like that's pretty much the vibe of the prisoner, because it is the prisoner. Kenny asks, where can we watch this? I believe right now it's on Amazon Prime.
It's also on
I just
YouTube.
saw it somewhere. I
definitely watched the first episode on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of it is on YouTube, but I'm saying, like, officially, where you can see the whole show, I think is Amazon Prime. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's worth watching. It's a lot of fun. It stars Patrick McGoohan, who you might recognize from Braveheart. He plays King Edward, the Longshanks in that movie. If we come to get them out, we'll breathe them out. He's that guy. He's that douchebag in Braveheart. Tremendous actor, and he's a lot of fun to watch in this, because he's just so serious and so pissed, and like the bad guys in the show are so delightful and full of character. Like all the number 2s are always a lot of fun. And not, gosh, it was maybe 10 years ago, they tried to reboot The Prisoner with Ian McKellen as number 2. and I forget the rest because it was real bad. Like, it was almost unwatchable. It was terrible, and I was so excited.
Wow.
And they also didn't stick with the plan of making number 2 rotate. Like, Ian McKellen was number 2, and that was all they had. Like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
Oh,
Mistakes.
Yep.
yeah.
Mistakes.
Choices were made, and they were wrong.
Yeah. So, the whole,
And
man,
they
the opening credits are
wrong.
so good. They're haunting. They're really fun to watch, and, yeah, it's a good time. So, you've probably heard me over the years screaming, "I'm not a number, I am a free man." That is exactly what it's from. It's a great show. It's a hoot. A hoot,
Now
I
that we've
say.
introduced the prisoner,
Let's just do that again. So, The Prisoner is a really British show.
Anyway, yeah, so Corey, Hooya.
Hooya.
Who's
yeah, so we went to, so
Yo,
she's
Hooya.
Corey, I'm Cucumber, that's Ryan, and that's Connie. We got names right here, too,
Yeah.
so.
we got name tags. Look at that.
That was quick.
Selfie.
Hello.
and what number are you?
What number am I? Did I pick
Looks
a
like
number?
you're 1, bud.
If someone
Oh,
asks
is it like
your
a
body,
first?
say
Or
yes.
I guess it would have to be number 2,
That's
because we don't know who
great.
number 1 is.
Ah.
Right. It was Agatha all along. Anyway, so I think that my champion for the question, who would be the most successful number 2, I picked
Yeah.
Sherlock.
Sure.
Sherlock. Sherlock.
Sure.
Hopefully I picked the right Sherlock for you. I wasn't sure which one.
That works.
Cool. All right.
That is the sexy Sherlock.
That is true.
It is
Yeah.
a sexy Sherlock.
I picked Jervis
Nice.
Tetch, also known as the Mad Hatter from the Batman universe.
I picked Kaiser Soze from
I-
The Usual Suspects. Sorry.
Okay.
Ah.
That's where I recognize him from.
I was
I'm
like, is
Kevin
that a
Spacey.
sports person? Sounds like a baseball player.
He does.
He does sound like a sports person.
I thought it was.
He's great at getting
Anyway.
information from people.
Nice.
My pick is Professor Charles Xavier.
He was my first choice, and then I ducked out to Jervis Tetch. But I have my reasons.
Nice.
Okay.
We'll get
see what those
there.
are.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so the way that this works, we all have a minute, and we'll go down giving our reason for the champion, and then we'll have 5 minutes to open it to the floor and tell each other why they're wrong. Cucumber, you want to go first?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. So Jervis Tetch is a genius. He's a genius of mind control, but he's also a genius for the dramatics and scenarios, and everything about the prisoner and the island is about building scenarios that can more comfortably extract this information from people without them necessarily feeling violated. Right. So it's all like a play. It's all a thing. So it's like they had art contests. They had all kinds of other things just to try and loosen him up enough to have him. Relax and chat about why he retired. Now, Jervis Tetch, one of my favorite episodes is when he built that alternate universe for Bruce Wayne. He's like, I would have given you anything! Like he built this beautiful world for Bruce Wayne to live in just because he just wanted to get rid of Batman. Like he just like, look, I'll give you whatever you want. Just stay the fuck away from me. So like that's how much detail he would put into whatever he builds. So I think it would also make for fascinating episodes, not just a very effective thing. Granted, he didn't beat Batman, but I feel like he could definitely beat number 6. That's my thing. Honkity honk.
Hungry honk honk honk.
I'll go next. All right.
I mean, who's gonna question you?
I know, right? Yeah, nobody's gonna stop you here.
The numbers. You're in charge of the numbers. Like,
The
we were
goons.
like, I'm gonna go next.
I'm in charge of the glue numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Goo. So I picked Kaiser Soze because he is a master manipulator of facts and people's perceptions. For someone who his mission, like if you were to appoint him number 2 to extract information out of a secret agent, he would be able to put on a charade well enough that he could fool him into a sense of security that he would wind up telling him everything that he ever needed to know. And up until that last moment, you wouldn't even know who he was or what his purpose for doing such would be until that major reveal where you find out that he was number 2 all along, and all your secrets have been given away. And that's my
But he'd have a big button on his chest. Sorry, we gotta wait till you yell at her.
This isn't the time for that.
Yeah.
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
And
Soon.
Connie.
All right, let's go, Charles. All right, I went with Professor X, Charles Xavier, because who other than the Omega class telepath being able to extract the information that is needed from his source, and he can do it without necessarily trying to intimidate him or to make him feel scared, because he has the ability to mind link with someone. He just needs to think about the information, and Professor Xavier can go in and see what he's thinking and automatically have that information. So if he doesn't have to even divulge the information in verbal words, if he just thinks about it, he's able to extract that. And if for some reason he's not able to kind of better schmooze the prisoner, he can use telepathic camouflage to disguise himself as anybody else that he chooses, and also mentally project different disguises on the people around him, so he can camouflage everyone else too.
Honk.
Hungry.
All right, Corey. Go.
Okay, so the fantastic God, so sure stop. So Sherlock the thing for me is that he always takes these small details and figures out the plot of what's happening because of these small details, right? So he would be able to create these scenarios that would seem normal and then be able to pick up the clues and different things to figure out the mystery of what number 6 knows and be able to do that. Also, I feel like he would fit in the prisoner universe. I feel like it would be weird and British, and I think that it would really I think that it would just be kind of just it would be off-putting, and he would be very off-putting, I think, to number 6, right? Because he's crazy. He's absolutely crazy, especially if he didn't have Watson there to pull him back. And so I think it would really put number 6 off of his plan and be able to pick up those clues more easily. Yep.
All right.
So
Time's
can
open.
I just say that Charles Xavier, the way you described of his possibility and the way that he could just do that, he really sounds like a villain. The way that that's described of I could be anybody and I
number
could
2
read your
is.
mind.
Yeah, but number 2 wants to charm the information out of them, not yoink it out. And I feel like Xavier is he would be violating people, getting into their brains. And people know when he's in there because everybody yells, "Get out of my head, Charles!" and shit every 5 seconds. So it would cause him to lock up. He might get the information, but I don't think Xavier would be walking out of that room alive, I feel like number 6 would fuck him up good.
I mean, he could try to resist him as much as he could, but once he develops that psychic link with him, he can just kind of pop into his head whenever he wants, and also he can do psychic illusions too. So even if number 6 isn't going to tell Charles Xavier, he can mentally project himself as somebody else to get that information. So he can be literally everybody or anyone. Right?
Number 6 isn't the best at deciding, especially so I haven't seen a lot of The Prisoner, but it definitely seems like he isn't the best at deciding who is trustworthy and who's not trustworthy. He's not really good at that, and so definitely that could fuck with his thing. Also Cucumber, I'm concerned about your guy because he was he would do this he did the perfect scenario for Batman, you were saying.
Yeah.
So but number 6 is I don't care if it's perfect, I'm not free, so he wouldn't care.
No, but that's the thing. He could build a whole scenario where where number 6 successfully escaped, and he goes and meets up with an old friend or colleague of his who he would trust, right? So that's the power of the Mad Hatter. It's not just he's not gonna just repaint the room. He can give you an alternate world, an alternate universe, and you would believe it. I imagine that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tetch has got this one. I think Sherlock is so impersonable, unpersonable, not personable.
Impersonal. Not.
My brain.
Not very
Anyway,
friendly.
he sucks at people.
He's not very
He sucks
friendly.
at people, so he's also not gonna really charm it out of him. He'll be able to I know where you went today because I can see the mud on your shoe, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get into his head particularly, right? I think he could maybe find detailed facts, but not necessarily the solution that he wants, because it's too far back in the past. Like, he can only deduce what is already there, and that is whatever he was like when he got there, which means he still doesn't know off the bat. So it's getting him to want to give the information up, not just finding things out based on what's on the island. Or the village. Fuck me, Simpsons. And this guy, I don't even know who this guy is.
You don't know you never saw The Usual Suspects?
No.
Oh.
All of us know.
It was like required watching for my film analysis class in high school.
Dead Boy says the whole idea of the show is that number 2 is a bad guy. Yes, however, he's a charismatic bad guy, or she is a charismatic bad gal. Number 2 changes out often, but they're always fun, because number 6 is so fucking stoic and mad all the time. They needed someone who's enjoyable to watch.
So I would argue that Sherlock is good with people when it's an act, like when he needs to put on an act. And so if Sherlock came in as number 2 for a short period of time and was able to make it an act, and then he's good with people, because then he is a person who's good with people, right? That's the disguise, right? He can put that on at least for a short period and still get that information. So you can definitely be charismatic when he wants.
I don't think he has that much respect for other people to put on an act. I think he hates other people so much he just couldn't.
I mean, he always disguises himself, and so he's a master of disguise, including, I mean, you have to have those mannerisms. I mean, he does, I will admit, he does usually disguise himself as a gray man, so someone that fades into the background. But he can do things where he is, he puts on an act, at least for a short period of time.
I
Tell us
think
more
maybe
about Kaiser
long-term
Soze.
he might get tired.
Reed says, why would Sherlock not to try escape? Because number 2 at this point is working for number 1, and they kind of earn their escape by changing sides in the island. You're able to progress and earn your way out, but number 6 doesn't want to do that because, you know, he has self-respect. Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom.
Scotland!
I'm gonna honk
So
this
if-
one out. I think we're done.
Yeah.
If number 6 were to give away the secrets, would he become a number 2 on a different village and then get to have his freedom?
Not exactly.
Not how it works.
He kind of does become number 2 for a minute. It's a whole thing. There's a good episode. Keep watching. It's a good show. I don't want to take.
No,
too much
I
away
have to
from the
watch
ride.
Invincible.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. So watch The Prisoner after Invincible.
Okay.
All right. We have
Also,
it.
no spoilers for Invincible in the chat. It's too good. Don't ruin it.
No.
Doesn't he? I thought he becomes. Never mind. I don't want to spoil it for anyone else either.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
I want to know.
Nope.
Can you show me?
Oh, we got one for Cucumber.
Hey, one for Jervis.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
one.
It's like effective but
For Connie.
intrusive. Professor X.
Right now.
course.
Oh, and then another for Mad Hatter.
Aw, yee.
Hatter,
Aw,
hatter.
yee.
Mustard.
I like the idea of Professor X of like, again, it just seems really villainous, like extremely of like, well, I could just
Take it.
alter your reality. Of like, you could be talking to anybody and it's still me. Like, I don't like
That would
I don't
definitely
like that idea.
instill major trust issues for sure.
Yeah.
For number 6, so I don't know
Yeah.
if that would hinder or help.
So are you on? Cucumber.
Yeah.
Are you part of the camp that thinks that this was a sequel to Danger Man, or is
I
this?
don't know enough about Danger Man. I only know the prisoner as its own entity.
Ah.
Entity.
And to tie.
Dead
Alrighty.
Boy asks, so we are the good guys that quit spying for the bad guys. So the bad guys kidnap us, dump us in a city where some guy named Number 2 is trying to seduce us to get us nuclear codes or something. Yeah, kinda, but it's even hard to say who, like whether it's good guys or bad guys who have him, because his information is valuable to both good guys and bad guys. And he
That's
quit
why they did
aggressively, so it could have been his old employers, all that kind of shit, right? So it's hard to say.
Oh, he did quit aggressively. He slammed that paper down on the
Yeah.
desk and then drove out of his little car.
He was like, I'm done.
Just fuck the shit, I'm out.
Man, that walk though, that's fucking power walk in those credits. I could watch that guy walk down a hallway for days.
All right.
Also, that filing system is bullshit. That always makes me laugh. a giant robot arm just to like put a file in a drawer. I was like, just pay somebody. There's no way it's going in clean every time. It's gonna like bonk, papers everywhere.
Bend the paper, bend a corner.
And then like they like crunch. Yeah, no, bad.
The accordion.
All right. Well, we'll move on to our next question. Being, what is a better security robot than Rover?
Jesus.
Only one of us here is friendly.
No, that's not true. Two of us are friendly.
Yeah.
I guess.
Friendly.
Friendlier.
Is that black hole?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I chose R2D2.
Yeah.
But just to
Mass
say our
murderer
champion.
R2D2?
R2D2. Who's your champion, Cucumber?
Gort! From The Day the Earth Stood Still, and thank you for choosing this one and not the remake. I appreciate it.
Oh, I would never choose the remake one. That is not court to me.
All right.
I chose Maximilian from The Black Hole.
And I picked GLaDOS from Portal.
Yeah. Jesus. You guy.
What?
She would kill you. Anyway.
Close, dead boy. Very close.
Huge success.
Let's see. We ended with Corey, so let's start
Me.
with Corey.
Okay, so wait, before you go. So the question is, a better security robot than Rover. Did we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we said that. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
So.
Well,
Okay.
there you go. And go.
Okay, so I definitely chose R2D2 because, okay, so Rover, so I definitely, it was just so goofy. It's this big weather balloon, and I definitely got like a more playful energy from it, and then it was like, I'm gonna kill you, and like, it doesn't kill you, it just kind of like suffocates you, and then you wake up somewhere else. So kind of like, it's right. So I think that R2D2, I think it would lull people into a false sense of like being okay, and then it would just get you when you acted out. I think that he would be helpful other than just like being all mean and just like being ominous. I think that he would go around. I think that he would also, because he's smart, he would pick up on like people's secrets. I think people like to trust R2D2 with a lot of secrets, and I think that he would be perfect for that.
All right.
And he would just hold on to them like Gretchen Wiener. That's why her hair's so big. He'd just hold on to all those secrets. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool.
I told you guys I was in a weird mood today. I told you.
We were warned.
All right, Connie. You ready?
All right,
And
so
go.
my security robot of choice is none other than GLaDOS. And what GLaDOS stands for is generic lifeform and disk operating system who was designed to observe the Aperture factory. So she was already programmed to be able to monitor and oversee all of the security and kind of what was happening in Aperture. And until she got discombobulated and shut down, then she came back with kind of like a more vindictive personality. But I think if she was the head security robot, whoever would then break the rules, she would put in a personal kind of training or testing facility. So they would have to kind of prove their worth to get back out and also kind of become a little bit rehabilitated, because her whole mentality is to kind of pick apart what they're doing wrong and try and figure out what makes them tick. So I think that she would be really good at trying to pick apart why they're acting out.
All right. My turn. So I chose Maximilian from The Black Hole, as he was the Doctor's security robot, essentially, in the movie. He basically ruled with an iron fist.
Haha. I get it.
But as if you were to need someone to enforce law or security or something like that, in a den of spies or people who are not easily made afraid of something, what better than to have basically hell on wheels or hell on a floating platform to enforce fear into your residence, and they would never want to run away or have to meet the doom of Maximilian and his blades.
His blades.
Y'all, the right side of your screen is bloodthirsty.
Okay. And Cucumber.
So the great thing about Gort is he came to us on a mission of peace. His goal is harmony amongst all peoples, not just on this planet, but pretty much all over the galaxy. He was there just to make sure that nobody's fighting, but if you fuck around, you find out. And Gort will melt your guns. And just your guns, should that need be, right? He'll take away your weapons, he'll take away your means of escape, but he's not gonna fucking kill you. He'll just, make sure you come back. He's indestructible, he's unstoppable, but he's placid. He's not there to make anything better or worse, and he follows orders. Like, he's not, from his boss. So, number one, he'll do what he says. Nobody gets hurt. Everyone just ends up back in their room, starting at square one again. Security bot, not fucking murder bot, you two. Security bot. Yeah, Gort's he's a good un. He's a good un. Look at him. He's adorable. Look at him. So shiny. So chrome.
So shiny.
Witness!
Witness! All right. Perfect. We have 5 minutes on the clock.
So I do have to say that I think Gladys would be a great number 2. Like, she'd be sassy. She'd be like, hella sassy.
She would break them mentally and then have them keep going. Like,
she would be.
That's not even the question.
She would be number 1. She would find a way to become number 1.
Focus. Oh, we're fighting. Oh, sorry. I thought it was your minute. I was like, what's happening? All right. Let's shit on R2 for a second here, shall we? I love R2-D2 as much as the next person, but R2-D2 is singularly minded, doesn't listen to orders, doesn't give a shit, really, outside of his own purposes. He cares about his friends, and no one on this island is going to be his friend. He's going to fuck off and do something else instead of actually keeping an eye on the island. Also, once number 6 builds a raft and gets to the ocean, for once, R2 is fucking useless. So here's the deal, like, even with his little beautiful blowtorches that show up whenever they feel like it, apparently, fuck you prequels very much, even then, just, if I'm on a raft...
When he just jumps onto something flying, they would just give him a little flying thing, and he would... And he would be like, sass you, bring you back.
Yeah, that's the thing, I don't think he would physically make me do anything, because all I have to do is knock his ass over.
Also, how would he bring you back? Because he doesn't really have appendages that could grab people.
One little clamp.
Flip you into he would flip you into the little fly thing and he'd take you back.
What?
Who knows? Yeah. So look, never mind.
What? No, this is part of the argument. Come on.
Wait, oh, the thing you invented that R2-D2 doesn't have? Okay, cool, got it, check. All right, Maximilian, terrifying, but here's the deal. The thing about the village is you're supposed to give them a sense of security and comfort so that they open up.
Right, so
y'all are like, no, I'll fucking kill you! Right. Give me information!
That is not comfort. That is coercion. That is terrified.
You're comforted by the fact that he's not coming after you that day.
Yeesh.
At least for GLaDOS, he uses the cake as comfort. If you work with me, you get cake.
No, but if you were if you gave her any sort of sass, she'd just be like, dead. Like, she would
the thing is, I actually agree that GLaDOS would be a better number 2 than a security bot.
Yeah.
I think she would get her own ideas, and I think that everyone in the village would be in trouble.
They would definitely be like, GLaDOS, we just need you to, if someone's trying to escape, just, knock them out, put them back in the house, and you'll be fine. And she's like,
sure.
But I could do so much more. Everything's connected to Wi-Fi. Everything has, connections. Oh, okay.
Tim, that's not Daft Punk. That's Gort. Probably inspired Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. Silver Daft Punk.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Daft Punk.
Ooh.
It took a sec.
We still have 2 minutes of this.
Oh, yeah.
know enough about Maximilian to rip on him.
Yeah,
He
he's
looks
in one of the
pretty
worst
decent.
movies ever
angry,
made.
though.
That's probably enough to rip
It's
on
not
him.
the worst.
I'm not wrong.
You're not right either. It's one of those like bad good movies.
It's a delight to watch.
Like Grease 2?
But it's a bad movie.
Oh no.
I
Grease
love
2
it
is
too.
bad.
But it's
How drunk do you need to be to watch this movie? Like on a scale of 1 to 11.
Not drunk.
But it's like you can't watch it for the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
The directing.
For Infinity, though.
Yeah. Production design, I'll give them points. But
Hmm.
even then, it's weird, right? It's like if cartoons, like the old like Little Blue Coupe cartoon,
Yeah.
and like Star Wars had a weird practical baby.
So the way I see it is more like it was Disney trying to make a Stanley Kubrick film.
Yeah.
What?
That sentence alone is what tells you why it's so fucking wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Let's start the straw poll. Let's start the straw poll.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yep.
I think
Votes
we've
are open.
contested our champion.
People are unconvinced by any of us.
Yeah.
We just came here to hang out today, really. We're not
Yeah.
really.
Basically. I don't know
We
about
haven't
you guys.
I'm still here to
in
yell.
2 weeks.
That's-
That's
It
Stupid
has
art,
been
too.
2 weeks. That's weird. I'm not okay with this.
Oh,
It's been 3 weeks, I guess.
This would
Yes,
technically be
2
the third
weeks.
week.
Yeah.
Gort.
so far no.
I do, in fact, like.
Oh, it says
Gort
Connie.
as
I
an
saw
option.
green. I got excited.
The game is
Gort.
I do like the Gort idea because I think that he would just kind of just be like this impenetrable, like you can't argue with him, and he would just be like, nope, and like just.
Yeah. He finally
It would
like
be
smuggles a
necessarily
pistol. He's like,
comforting.
I'll get my way out of. Oh fuck.
Like, damn it.
He's very Cybermen-esque, so yeah, that would definitely be a good security bot, and then GLaDOS
less
would be
scary.
the brains of the operation.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. Again, you cite the evil robots of old. Gort's not evil. He's a good guy.
No love for R2D2. This is
No.
No, he's too
I love that
sassy.
too. I just wouldn't trust him to run a village.
Yeah,
you
he's
just
not
tell
good
him like you would
security.
just tell him like they're trying to get away, like they're gonna be in trouble if they get away. He'd be like, okay, and like.
And there's lots of cobblestone, so once he runs out of jet fuel, he's fucked.
Oh no! Just...
And like all the doors are super tiny, and it's like the whole village is small.
He's tiny.
Cucumber just needs one more vote to tie.
Oh
Ooh, girl.
Well, too late.
Oh shit.
Connie wins.
no! Yay!
All right, all
For
right.
science.
All right, so Cucumber and Connie are in the lead.
Let's
Aggressive.
go.
All right.
Aggressive.
All right.
Now we're gonna head into our third question, which is completely random.
Oh God!
Oh God. Oh,
It's
that
broken.
didn't line. Yeah, that was broken.
What do you do?
Well, the question should read, where would be your sinister village to keep your prisoners?
Wait, what? Where
What?
would be my sinister village?
Where? What location would
So,
you
like-
have your
so,
sinister
like-
village?
What grammar structure? What?
Hmm.
Your prisoners.
Where would be your village to keep
like,
your?
you-
I can't read it for
Prisoners.
reasons. To keep your.
I can't.
Ugh, your prison. Wait, you misspelled prisoners.
Oh fuck. Oh,
Where? Okay.
prisoners.
Where?
Where would be?
Fuck it,
where
we get
would
the
your
idea.
village?
Where would be
your
our village, everyone? Where would be our? All right. Ooh wee.
Hmm.
Ooh, we indeed.
Let's see.
I can only think of one place, and I don't think it's a good answer.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
No.
San Diego Comic Con.
Ooh. All right.
Okay. Like the convention center, or just like that area by the.
So like an always fully stocked, never-ending San Diego Comic-Con.
Like.
Okay.
Well,
Yep. So like
yeah.
I'm talking vendors, I'm talking, cosplay, all of it. Just San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where I would keep my prisoners.
I'm gonna say the Phantom Zone.
Shit.
From what?
From Superman!
Oh.
Oh.
Superman! The
Red
guy?
That guy.
The dude that has all
That's
the
where
powers.
Have you not seen
OP?
Superman?
I have seen like some of the Superman movies. Superman wasn't ever like interesting to me. He just seems so OP.
Yep.
When did they
Yep.
talk about the Phantom
I got some
Zone?
stories for you to read and also movies for you to watch. Anyway, so the Phantom Zone is the little square where he banishes Zod and the bad guys.
Ah,
Dimension. It's a
okay.
little poop,
Got
little
it.
flippy
okay,
square.
okay.
Yeah,
The
that's
flippy
Phantom-
square?
Yeah.
Got
The
it,
Flippy
got it.
Square.
Reed says she doesn't know who Superman is. Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
Our brain's trying to think right now. I'm gonna go with the derp choice. I'm gonna go Disneyland.
Ugh. I thought GLaDOS was cruel.
I'm gonna go with Hobbiton, and that's what I'm sticking with.
Okay.
Oh, not the Greater Shire, just Hobbiton.
Just Hobbiton.
And what was yours, Connie?
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Not Disney World. Disneyland.
No, Disneyland. The
Potato
original.
Potato Land.
Potato Land.
Potato Land.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
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 Seeing who to start with.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Roll a d4.
Oh, really? D4.
Thank you. Thank you. Virtual high five.
Well, it's Connie.
Okay. Sure.
Sure. And go.
All right, so my village would be in Disneyland because every time somebody goes to Disneyland, there's all these different like lands and areas that you can explore, so you wouldn't necessarily get tired of seeing the same things because you could go to Adventureland.
Okay.
There's all the different zones that you can kind of become familiar with, so you can adjust it more towards like your personality. So if somebody's more tech savvy, they would live in Tomorrowland, or if somebody wanted more adventure or kind of rough and tumble, they'd be more in Adventureland or even like Frontierland area. So there'd just be different zones that could accommodate different like personality types, to where it's not like one universal like generic area that you just feel like you're trapped in. It just feels, a little bit more customizable. Plus, it's Disneyland. Who wouldn't want to get trapped inside of Disneyland with like all the different shops and things? And I'll hog myself.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wouldn't. She said, who
he
wouldn't?
doesn't-
I
he
raised
doesn't.
my hand.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
same here.
All right.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
down the line, I'll go next. All right. I chose the Phantom Zone. For the reason being, if you are wanting a place that no one is really ever going to be able to get out, the Phantom Zone seems to be a pretty good place. It still has that option of like, there is a hope of being able to escape from it, because some people have, but it is not a very nice place. It wears you down, and also one of the things that they discovered when they put you into the Pocket Universe was that they also put crystals on your head to erase your criminal tendencies. But if they can do that, then they could probably also put something to make you more reasonable, or not reasonable, but like accepting to tell your secrets after so long that you've been worn down over time. So it is a good place to make you just stew until you are free, like, truth serum. Okay. Cucumber.
All right, so here's a place that will keep people busy. They can go explore their passions. They have everything. San Diego Comic-Con has a little bit of all that for you, but it also has places of punishment. So if you get out of line, they'll put you in the Hall H line for like a week.
Oh.
That's right. And you won't get into your panel. That's right. But you can still go and, like, spend money. You can get some cool, like, pop vinyls and all that stuff. Get some comics, meet some celebrities. So you still have, like, the taste of the outside world, but you're not allowed to go anywhere. You can't go do anything that isn't sanctioned by number 2 or number 1. And I think it's always entertaining. There's trailers to watch, and if you're up late at night, you can go into one of the other room, like the ballrooms, and watch some like anime, some cartoon movies, whatever. There's so much you can do. You can play board games with people, card games, whatever. Like, there's so much more to offer than the Village had. The Village is like, all right, after 2 weeks, I guess we'll make some paintings, right? This is like, you can do whatever you want except leave. And lots of places be like, and the food line, taco line punishment.
Perfect.
So, would everybody be comfortable with me changing my answer?
Sure.
No. No,
To, so I don't know what it's called, but it's it's called the White Christmas episode of Black Mirror. I will explain it. Are you guys okay with it? We changing?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Dark Mirror.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Right.
Ready?
Go for it.
Okay. In Black Mirror, so there's this thing. It's like a snow globe. And so, you basically, it's like a mini world that. So basically, the guy like wakes up and he's in this like remote area, and there's this person that he loves that's there that's like making his favorite breakfast and is playing a specific like music on the radio, and they're just talking about why are we here at this outpost, and it's kind of like idyllic, but then like it like kind of Groundhog Days starts over, and what you realize throughout the episode is that there's a real person who was charged with a bunch of murders, and part of his like sentence is that he has a sentience, a part of himself that goes into the snow globe of White Christmas, that they're trying to get more information out of him. So it's like sort of idyllic. So he doesn't realize it's bad at first. So it's this idyllic, like, oh, he's out in the snow, he likes it, it's with this person, it's really great food. But like it starts over and it can just run constantly. And so he'll do the same day for 1,000 years. That will wear on you.
All right. Time is open.
So it's like a false, like, happy thing, but it turns bad. And so I think that would be perfect for the prisoner, right? Because it would be like, oh, this is great. Oh, no. And so it's like, oh, it's just going to keep going until I tell them. But, like, it's torture, but it's not torture. Like,
it's Groundhog's Day on steroids. Just it keeps going.
Yes! It keeps going at a ridiculous speed.
Does he know that
He eventually starts figuring it out. Yeah.
Okay.
He like keeps a little bit, like he's like, I'm kind of having deja vu. And so like the more iterations that he does, it's like it stays with him a little bit more. And so he's like, this is weird. And then realizing. So yeah, over time he realizes that, yep, he's stuck in the thing.
Yeah, it's like Sam Winchester when he got stuck in I think it's called like the black spot or like the mystery spot, and he keeps living the same Tuesday over and over and over again, and Dean keeps getting killed, and so every time he goes to sleep he just wakes up and it's the same thing. And it's just until he figures it out. Yeah.
That'd be perfect for getting information out of prisoners, right? It's that lull of like kindness, and it's not horrible, but like it's over and over and over. And then San Diego Comic-Con, I like the idea that like it would be good. You could be like, oh yeah, you can get like in the front row if you tell us some information. If not, you'll wait 2 hours and then you won't get in.
You want 40 minutes with like Jean-Luc Picard? We can make that happen for you. Just tell us why you quit, number 6.
Like, absolutely, this is why I quit.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to make people. Yeah.
And then you could kind of do the same thing for Disneyland. It's like, you want these fast passes to World of Color? Tell me some information,
Pass? You mean I have to come back later? What the fuck?
No, so it's still not good. It's still like the best of the best.
Yeah, don't worry. Like, this Disneyland still comes with bureaucracy.
Well, but we have to make it realistic.
Right, yeah, so you still have to have like all the employees like trying to maintain the magic, so it's like people want to go there but they don't voluntarily want to leave because they're so immersed in this kind of everything's catered to me. I'm magical here. Why would I want to leave?
Being the people that had to work it all, right? Like you're just stuck. You can't go home. You have to constantly cater to the people that are stuck there. So you're just working at Disneyland 24/7. You can't leave.
Wait,
oh my gosh! What if you could still run up a tab? Like if you don't tell them, you're gonna owe them like park entry fees and food fees. So
eventually there's just this long list of like what they owe.
Yes. And then like every morning, because like in the village in the show, there's that band. There's like a cool little marching band that plays like a little theme for the town all the time. And what if it's like it woke you up every single day with da, 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 da,
oh my God,
like that would make anybody fucking crack.
That would help. That would work.
I think I'm just gonna give this to Connie.
Oh,
it's too good.
With the San Diego Comic-Con, that's a good one.
I mean, mine has power, but hers has like crazy power.
Yeah, you can break people with Disneyland.
And people would like want to like stay of their own volition instead of like, why would I go back to the real world? I'm actually taken care of here, and I feel like magic.
And like you would have people who were working in the park who were just like, I have to be here. This is my calling. This is fine.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, like
right
this
you
is
are.
like volunteer.
They would volunteer for the island. Yep.
Oh God!
Oh no!
What have I done?
No,
what have you done, Connie? We need to erase this episode.
No, this can't happen. This can't live on the internet. This is too
I'm not being forced to live here. I want to be here forever. You should want to be here forever.
I love making magic. Like, oh God!
Like this job is $72.95.
And I'm happy to pay it. I'm happy. But then, like, to punish you, it would just be constant, like, angry, very entitled parents, like, yelling that, like, why are you doing this? You're an adult. Like, let my kid in first. Like, you just be constantly surrounded by those parents.
Oh, that's the punishment. They put him in one of the outfits. They put him in costume and make him work a ride.
Oh my God! Or they'd make him work at one of the restaurants. Like they'd have to like start like doing
make him
dishes
a character
and, like,
host and have him cut the line. But that's his only job is going around cutting lines.
Oh my God! Yes. Perfect punishment. Oh my God! I'm so maniacal.
All right, it is in the chat.
Ooh.
It is in the chat.
It is there.
It is there.
The
Do your
files
worst.
are in the chat?
How do we get them out?
Smash it.
Glug glug.
Oh, all right. 50-50.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Have a tiebreaker soon.
Oh no. I have a tie off.
It's a necktie.
Like, does your Phantom Zone, like, will it still have, like, the infrastructure of the village? Like, is there still gonna be, like, leadership and, like, a whole city? Or are you just chucking them in the hole until they're ready to come out? Like, is this a pickling situation?
Ooh.
This is a pickling situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just leaving them to stew in their own vinegar?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like Connie's winning anyway, so we're good.
Oh man, I should have chose Blizzard World.
Why?
Oh,
it's like my favorite Overwatch map, and I want it to be real, so just more reasons to make.
So do I. Don't wish that on the universe, because if Disney gets a hold of Blizzard, that will happen.
Wait, is that happening?
Oh.
No, not yet.
No,
but just don't put that
Disney
energy out into the
owns
universe.
everything. Disney
Everything.
Getting to own everything eventually makes sense.
No.
Getting to know own all about you.
No.
That's only the one thing I have left. Not like this.
Not like this. Well, Connie, you are our master debater of the week. So that means, Connie, what is the topic for next week?
Yarr.
It's gonna be a thing.
Something on the wall.
There's enough nerdy shit on the wall. I gotta get an idea somewhere. Duh. This one's easy enough. Beetlejuice.
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 Oh no!
That's too many times.
Michael Keaton's just gonna show up in my house.
Okay.
He'll just walk behind you in the frame.
I mean,
Oh my god.
like,
I mean, that's
He's
what happens
there!
on Community, so.
I like that Birdman is becoming a reality because he's going to be Batman again.
Was he really?
Yeah, he's just announced he's coming back as Batman.
Old man Batman?
He'll be Old Man Batman.
Old Man Batman.
Which
Old Man Batman.
hopefully means
Old Man Batman.
young Terry. I want a Terry McGinnis
Terry
movie so
McGinnis!
bad. Gimme, gimme, gimme,
Yes.
gimme, gimme. Nom 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
Awesome. Well, alrighty. So next week, we've got Beetlejuice to talk about.
Beetlejuice.
And later today at 7:30 on our Twitch channel, head over to have some Trashterpiece Theater. We are doing Les Miserables.
Not the musical, but
Not the musical.
story.
Not the musical,
Nope.
but you can make us sing lines every time we hit $100.
It's true.
So,
It's
yes.
true. So we will turn
So
it
there's
into a
still
musical.
music. Yeah.
Chill.
Oh. Oh, what is Connie's trophy? What do you want your trophy to be?
Oh, for this week? Okay, it was The Prisoner.
It was.
All right, so the things that are famous, objects that are famous in The Prisoner are inflatable giant evil robot, which is basically a weather balloon rover. There is the jacket with the white piping that number 6 wears all the time, and pretty much every member of the village. There's the buttons with the numbers on it.
And the big bicycle thing. The big wheel
penny
bicycle.
farthing.
Penny farthing.
Yeah, with the
Penny
little-
farthing.
There you go. Yeah, give me the big bicycle thing.
All right.
big bicycle thing.
Big bicycle thing.
Big
That
bicycle.
makes sense.
There we go.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
We're on Twitch.
See you on Twitch.
See you later.
Twitch.tv/Perception Studio. Bye. See you later.
Be seen.
Bye.